Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Very hard to punish her early. She scales incredibly well, and she's one of the hyper-scaling top laners that actually has a strong early laning phase as well, especially if you want to go in towards Grasp. It can be very difficult, just proccing the vitals, proccing Grasp on you over.
Now, we can see the Dragon being started up by Blabber. Viego can take care of these objectives very easily by himself, especially when your bot lane's pushing up. You know you've got the security there. Destiny takes a little bit of damage as he and King are able to walk over, make sure nobody's collapsed.
That's like always what you're going to try to be going for Ezreal.
That's the dream.
If you get that 1,100 gold, get back to base, look to set that up. Blabber, again, back up here towards topside. Remember, it's no flash Sejuani.
No mana to work with either. This is bad news for the evil geniuses. The grand challenge finds the mark, and Blabber finds the first blood of Summer Split.
Of a threat.
Right.
If it is just a trade of one apiece, even Soul is so far off here. So not actually going to look to contest this. Jojo Pion's not actually moving from mid. You can see Inspired just getting ready for the Gromp. So it will be a second Dragon here of actual windows to look for these sorts of plays, to look for these aggressive ganks. EG finally will knock down this tower here. First tower of the game.
You hit the thumbs up emoji after you're dead, because that's all that's going to happen once that gets missed. That ability is critical. And now we've got that Rift Herald, that second Herald of the game summoned up here in the bottom lane. Should be able to grab this tier 1 turret. No issue whatsoever. Evil Genius is coming down trying to get something after the fact, but they're not going to get anything here just yet. Cloud9 looking for the possibility of a re-engage, but not anymore. Jojo Pion's bringing the rockets, and now Cloud9 is on the run. Impact ready to find something here, but instead they're going to turn around and find a little bit of damage back onto him. Jensen walking away. The rest of C9 backs to safety. Danny's artillery not going to kill anybody off, but EG respond well enough to take a turret for a turret. Both tier 1s down in the bottom lane now. Location, which Cloud9 has already turned into the start of a Drake. They're looking to burn it down, but it's stolen by Inspired. LEC MVP and NA champ for a reason. Destiny wants to get away, but Jojo's got a delivery to make. Cloud9 continue the retreat as EG can't find the chase just yet. More rockets collide as Blabber and Jensen want to get away. King's ulti fires off. Inspired's going in, but Destiny's getting Blabber right back out.
If you're not playing with a dominant side lane, like if multiple people don't have to go to try to answer Fudge, it's going to be tough.
Inspired face checks a brush. The troll King barely gets away. And it's Jojo grabbing a kill on Blabber instead. Jensen picks one back up, one to Inspired, makes it a 1-for-1. Both junglers down.
What even was it that killed him? Was that like Corrupting Potion Burn or something?
I am not 100% sure. We would have to go back and look at the replay.
That was way delayed, so I don't think it could have been Airy. I think it was a Corrupting Potion Burn there, but EG pushing in now.
EG are not done yet. Destiny has the focus on him, but it's Impact who's going to be killed instead. Nicely done from C9 as King barely gets away. Destiny's still very low. Fudge is ready to go. Fiora into the back as Danny goes forward, finds the kill into Destiny. Fudge is able to find the first. Danny's going to be taken down by King, and Fudge is eating good. 6-2, Cloud9.
Baron, we'll see if they can actually get over to the Dragon as well here, because that is in only 25 seconds, and that's going to be the next target on the map.
Well, Baron secured is huge.
Oh, crap. Tomkins is not dying. Kill off the tower, but the tower had already done a lot to actually make that a very even fight. Then Fudge TP's in, flashes straight onto Jojo.
Engaging to find some more damage onto Impact, but C9 now has an opportunity to push up mid. This mid lane tier 1 turret stood for 28 minutes, but no longer. C9 picking up their 4th turret. Impact will try to weather the storm as long as he can against Fudge's Fiora, but with Ravenous Hydra, with Gore Drinker, Fudge is never going to take meaningful damage from Impact alone, so EG needs to send the Goon Squad, and the whole squad shows up. Unfortunately, the shutdown goes over to Vulcan. Fudge steals away the blue. Dragon is started up. Evil Geniuses have the aggro on the Drake right now. They're going to look to turn towards this immediately. Jojo zoning them all away. Uses package backwards towards the Drake. Impact zoning out Fudge. Drake's going to be taken low. It's stolen away by King, but he immediately dies thereafter. Destiny falls next to him as Impact's going to be traded away on the other side. Blabber beat to death with the Trundle Club as Fudge tries to get away, but Danny is here to party, and the Evil Geniuses are in trouble. Fudge wants to turn it around, and Fudge is finding his marks.
JoJo was TPing up because he thought it was a done deal. He just used his smite over there on Wolves to try to get a little bit of health, but now he doesn't have smite for the Baron. He was down to about 5% health. King has been sustaining them up as much as he possibly can, but EG can try to finish.
King loses 2/3 HP to a JoJo rocket. Baron's gonna be secured by Inspired as JoJo goes over the wall back to the safety of his team, flashing away from Fudge. Destiny dies, and Fudge is now in a bad spot. Destiny will continue to try to save these guys, but when he's dead, what's the other way out? What's the way for them to survive? There's none. Playing it slow, playing it safe. They're trying not to flip this if they can help it. JoJo's gonna eat the tongue there from Destiny, but now EG backing off yet again. C9 trying to move forward. Fudge looking to come in from the side, now stealing away the blue, but I don't think that's gonna be the move. Blabber's there in the stasis. The Dragon's gonna go over to the side of EG, but Fudge goes into the back line and he finds the kill on JoJo. Fudge staying alive. EG in retreat. Destiny's taken low, and True Shot Barrage finds the kill on the King. Quick Bike and King both out of it. They're still ready to fire back on the side of EG. Danny's locked and loaded, and Destiny's here right in his firing line. The crosshairs find the mark, and Danny's on a killing spree. Jensen retreats over the wall with a blast cone, and Cloud9 are behind enemy lines. EG just keeping him there, just wasting the time. Blabber jumps out, finds a little bit of a trade onto Inspired.
They want to fight.
He and Vulcan are not really set to win this 2v2, but they're trying to just waste some time, if nothing else. Inspired hobbling away from this one. Trundle is fast. With a TP coming in, he's going to have a little bit of backup. Danny also here. Impact just trying to keep these guys still. Jensen eats a lot of damage, but he ain't going to be killed just yet. Danny will swoop in. However, Impact hits that Blabber and he still dies. Evil geniuses finally get them all around with and tank some damage from King.
He's gonna rush this.
Getting hit by that True Shot Barrage means one big one kills him.
Blabber has no flash, but he could ult into the pit. Is he gonna go for it? Nope.
Nope, Blabber backing away. Realizes that at this point in time it could be rough. Fudge pushing the bottom lane up here, poised to take the tier 3 turret, but Impact will hold on long enough to make it so EG does not have to trade an objective here. They will get the Baron. They've got it.
They're gonna be able to shrug off all the damage there from Impact, but the question is, can he get enough done to really push him out?
Well, man, this turret is just evaporating here in front of the inhibitor for Cloud9 in mid lane. That's
Squishy himself, so he's got to really watch out because he has most of their wave clear. He has most of their team fight damage. 2 rockets just hit him in a row there.
Oh! Jensen's gone! The rocket from downtown. JoJo backing up the trash talk on Twitter, and he might have just won the game with it.
I think he has, man. They're pushing in here. What can you do without the Victor? It's going to have to be a hero play from Fudge for them to have any chance at all.
All right, let's see it. EG still strong as 5. Fudge going forward. Grand challenge down onto the jungler, but now having to back away. Goes for the repose. Saved by Destiny. King down to 1%. Blabber going to be isolated. Going to be blown up. He'll come back here with the Guardian Angel, but what hope does he have? Nexus turrets are collapsing. Fudge into the GA proc now. Blabber bouncing back and forth trying to stay alive as Destiny's the first to die. Fudge and Blabber right back into the fountain. King dies to the bullet in the air as Cloud9's stance ends here. They have fought valiantly, but evil continues its reign. The stats are going to be padded. And Evil Geniuses, it took 45 minutes. Impressive performances out of different players on C9, but it was not enough. JoJo's rocket finds Cloud9's heart.
Oh man, the Corki was huge for AG. LCS. Philip is a 19-year-old guy. He's new.
The new element.
Yep, and I got to talk to FlyQuest, talk to them a bit about him. 6 goes too far forward. And you do get caught by that Ignite, plus the full combo with the Electro proc, like you're in range of dying.
Interesting. Slammed him through the floor of the car.
And I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, I do think the changes were great for solo queues.
Just keep taking over the game. They're already over the 1,000 gold lead. Johnson's coming in with the calling. A Blaze Olive flashes away, but he's killed off. And it's first blood for the man with the guns. Johnson
is going to be Soul for FlyQuest, who's already way out ahead, and the Mountain Soul is going to make the potential of the comebacks that much more difficult.
Going to stand here, keep attacking the turret. That turret has 27 HP out of 5,000. That is not a whole lot. Somebody just randomly breathes on that. He doesn't have to spend anything, right? Yep. He never had to use teleport. He never had to use flash. There's nothing wrong going on here. So they will, however, buy themselves enough time to get that tier 1 turret, like you're saying. Gold lead is still 2,000.
He's going to be much more vulnerable, but they're trying to grip up mid, see if they can get this tower. Should be able to do it. Chunking it down very low, and The Victor, he's poking them with the lasers.
Licorice was healed up pretty well there by Ole on the Yuumi. However, remember, this means Ole's mana is incredibly taxed. Yuumi is not going to have a lot to work with here in this fight. Philip goes in, and he finds the ulti onto the enemy mid laner, who's already been killed. Johnson barely getting himself away. He's going to stay alive. Fires off that Fire's Bloom, but dies to a Blaze Olive. It'll be a 1-for-1 trade. Carry for carry. FlyQuest still onto the Drake. No flash available for Pride Stalker. Licorice is down. Soul over to FlyQuest. More kills over to FlyQuest. Pride Stalker is gone, and Zeri don't got no money. Stixday's trying to get away, but Onivia gives him the slap, and Philip is ready for the follow-up. Jose keeps on tanking, and FlyQuest keeps on spanking the Golden Guardian.
Run, stun, job is done. Jose chasing him down.
At this point in time.
Yeah. I mean, you're 4K up. It's another 4K or so in stats to have that soul. And then you're playing from so far ahead where it's like
Guardians this game, and I understand not wanting to risk what you think is a lost fight, but we start having to ask questions about see more players building this to completion earlier because of how effective it is.
I mean, they nerfed Grievous wounds, but then they just buff the efficiency of a lot of the
number 2 being able to heal you off of the proc. So there is some value in the Grievous. It's just not the main reason for getting the thing anymore. It's just a good item. So 1,000 gold in 27 minutes. And mid is going to drop even faster. Takoi's able to take care of that, no problem. Jose Diodo rotating mid lane. The inhibitor is done. Bottom lane's where the attention's going to be now. Baron still alive for the next 30 seconds or so. FlyQuest is going to get one more wave to try to use this.
They're going to get top as well. There's no one is answering Takoi. Everyone from Golden Guardians is just kind of sitting on the other side, hoping that there's some sort of mistake, but like, they don't even have any engage, right? So you can't really punish, and if you're going to ignore Takoi, he is going to get that job done on the tower, and now too many people have gone towards top. There's 3 tops showing, so bot side is going to be collapsed on by Philip here, and they can threaten the dive.
Jose Diodo's already going in, and a Blaze Olive's already going down. Licorice trapped in the Hextech ultimatum. The turrets just evaporate everywhere. Johnson's taken down to 150 HP, but he stays alive. Pride Stalker goes in. Licorice gets taken out. Afromu's still keeping the attention of the enemy jungler. There's only one man left alive, but how long's he staying living? He'll try to take Jose with him. Doesn't quite get it. Udyr with the heal. Triple kill over to the mid laner. The ace for FlyQuest, and they will wrap this one up nicely.
It's a stomp. FlyQuest closing out in 28 minutes in this much slower meta. Full control, start to finish. The 2v2 advantage. Be controlling those dragons as much as you possibly can. Azir, as well as the Ezreal around him.
The Huni crit.
He is so good on those champions and has been for so many years. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a nice little chunk of damage
there. That was a flash, though. Like, just straight up insta-flash.
Yeah,
I'm actually
Mia wanted nothing to do with that.
That seems like a little bit of nerves.
Oh, but we're talking about instant plays coming out here. The turnaround. Oh. TSM gets first blood. It's going to be traded back, so we got 1-for-1. Spica looking to keep going after Closer. Flashes in, but we're going down to the bottom lane now instead. Closer dies in the mid lane. We'll have to look at the replay to see it.
A double kill for Spica, the perfect timing on the counter.
I've always loved when Jarvan gets the kill with the Q. It feels like some sort of execution battle sequence out of Game of Thrones before Game of Thrones was bad or something. Like, it was really good. But someday he's going to get dove, and Huni's leading the charge. Someday, hops back over his head. Huni gets the kill, but he'll trade his own life away for it. I'll still call that a dub for TSM because they get the assist money. Yeah. They're going to crash the wave into the turret as we are on. When do you expect to see that? Like, Spica's about to pick up the first Drake here. Doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of challenge for that. TSM's got the early game.
If you actually push and try to play aggressive, like, you have to dash on the Karma and the Ezreal to try to make things happen to get those good trades as the Lucian. If you're doing that, and Spica's in the area, you're in trouble, and Abadaga now no ult, going to have to flash.
Flashes over the wall, but the follow is coming in. Spica wants to go after this, but Closer is going in after Mia. Wants to get something back. Mia's got to be careful. Spica goes in for the dunk, and now Maple's following up with the damage. Mia's going to be traded off, though. He's just left to the Wolves, or rather to the King of the Jungle here.
Their advantage.
And hey, this is the consequences of having the early game be more PvP focused instead of objective focused in either of the. But it looks like Closer and Someday, they're going to make sure they get the second Rift Herald just like they got the first one. Remember, they got the 2 plate value in bottom lane. And that Abadaga's got no ulti. It's about to come back up. Cooldown is almost ready, but it's not quite there. Gets it just in time to get away. Spica flashing back around. They're about to crash the wave into the turret. Abadaga sidestepping away from everything. Tactical has not gone back in enough, and there he finally shifts in and grabs the kill.
Okay, the turret aggro, but Tactical could just gone in and autoed him, but he's still fishing for Qs because I don't think he realized that he wasn't going to be the one to get aggro. The flash as well from Spica, flashing forward after using all the abilities. I don't know if he was trying to drop turret damage down here mid, going to force out the TP as well from Abadaga. But he's just been having his resources tacked very heavily. It feels like he's almost always with no ultimate, with no flash, and now going to go right for him.
Equalizer drop down, True Shot Barrage hits him, but a nice Everfrost is going to keep Huni locked in a bad place. He tries to get away, but Closer knows how to spin to win. TSM gets too hypey.
Carries much stronger right now for TSM. Of course, Closer on the other side, he is a major threat, and Someday has the Narbar prepped. So it's going to be about the engage. If they can find that perfect engage, they can win out in this fight, but Closer is getting chunked down here.
Okay, we've got the Drake at 3K.
Narbar
Resetting,
proc.
losing patience. Closer goes in. Maple's going to be caught, but he throws the Rhino back. Shut down over to Abadaga. Someday doesn't get a whole lot, but the Equalizer is dropped down, and now he's going to be killed. Spica trapped in his own Cataclysm. 1-for-1 trade so far. Mid laner for top lane.
100 Thieves trying to rush out, using those Hex Gates to get up here. Not certain that they know exactly what's going on, but they will see it now.
Spica has such low health. Closer tries to go forward. Spica still having the smite. Does not panic. Smite for healing. Maple's back in now. He's ready to go in the pit. TP coming in from Someday. TSM looking to burn the Drake, and they got it. Closer looks to flash in, but he ain't going to get nothing. Baron Nashor going over to Spica. Shut down onto Closer's going to be traded back here. It's Huni and Mia dead for Closer. The fight goes to 100 Thieves, but the Baron sits in the pocket of 3 TSM players.
Yeah, pretty good for TSM. They go -1 kill, but they do get the Baron, and they keep both their important carries alive here, so they should be able to wave clear. Maple going to check that brush, not caught face checking. They will lose the tower off the back end of this, so the initial power play will not be big.
As it's already dying, that felt a little bit too much for me, but all in all, at least they got a couple of kills there. But now TSM has this Baron for the next, 90 seconds? So let's see what they can find. Currently at a -300 power play, so they've got some best to make up. They are doing their best, and their best is about to at least get them this first turret. There's still tier 2 turrets.
Huni just using the Equalizer to clear that one out because multiple people were missing. Had the read that a second player could be there. A second player was.
Going to put him in a spot where he might be able to make a move. Huni checks with the Electro Harpoon, but he's not going to find anything here just yet. Flash out buffered, but it won't matter. Tactical's down. 100 Thieves find the enemy AD carry in one fell swoop. They take him out. Now, Closer's going to lose his Hex Drinker there to that Equalizer, but honestly, not a lot of damage being done to the team as a whole with that one. And with it down, and Someday's Narbar charged, 100 Thieves is still in a pretty good spot. The big thing, they got to be careful with Closer. He's below half. Now he's going in over the wall. Someday looks to make the move, but the Dragon's going to be secured by Closer. Someday now stuck in the Cataclysm. 100 Thieves, they lose a man, but they take the objective.
Get out of this. We'll see. 100 Thieves, do they want to actually force this fight? Because they have them kind of pinned in here. I'm not sure if they like their chances, but no flash on Maple, remember?
Oh, Maple in the zone. Abadaga's got the charm and the Everfrost and the whole kitchen sink. They take out the enemy mid. They take out the enemy support. 100 Thieves. Oh, they're doing some criminal things to TSM right now. Absolutely murdering them.
Oh, they're going to keep chasing as well. Abadaga going over the wall here for Spica.
Spica trapped inside the Cataclysm here with the enemy mid laner. Over the wall comes Huhi to back them up. Enemy jungler down. 100 Thieves. They get 4 kills for nothing, and they're going to take the Baron too.
Oh, this is huge for 100 Thieves here. Who even flashing the wall to help him out there. They're on the wrong side of the map, and you lose all those kills. You lose the Baron. The gold lead's going to start going pretty heavily in the favor of 100 Thieves. You can see FTX gold
that happen just from the cannon by itself. Someday will step forward. There's your nearly 2,000 gold lead. And 100 Thieves has had an awesome defense here in the mid game.
Yeah.
The deck was truly stacked against them. TSM had a great lead, but they've played it so well. They've stopped back-to-back Drakes. They're now even on that count. The next one's going to
be TSM. It's going to be Soul Point first for 100 Thieves.
Abadaga went from 0, 3, and 1 to 3, 3, and 6% attack speed and 6 ability haste each. So they're currently at 18 attack speed, 18 ability haste. That's awesome. Tactical's getting jumped on. FBI's got him. Tactical is gone, and TSM has to run. Huni wants to turn it around, but he'll be put straight into the ground. 6, feet deep. Double kill back over to FBI. Keep on knocking, he don't stop rocking. Mia's the next one to go, MIA indeed. Someday takes him out, 4-0. Thieves are marching down mid.
And look at those respawn timers, 40 seconds on Huni here. Maple gonna try to do his best to thin waves. So we'll see if 100 Thieves wants to play for double inhib or if they're gonna look for the end. TP coming in mid. Someday is moving to join the team. It looks like they're going to try to push for the end here. It's up to Maple. Tactical's not up for 15 seconds. Can he even clear the wave?
This is a torpedo sent straight towards mid lane, courtesy of 100 Thieves. Maple goes in. Tactical alive in 5 seconds. Maple's dead in 2. Ace for the side of 100 Thieves. Game for the side of 100 Thieves.
Man, that game really turned up very fast for 100 Thieves.
Almost necessitates you do physical damage in the top lane. And we get to see Olaf, which could be jungle, or do really think, personally, bot prio and 80 carry supremacy is one of the ways to win on this patch. So as you see Santorin having that in mind, goes bot right away.
Already present here. Kenby's in the area as well. The flash is forward to get first blood for Team Liquid.
Love that, and look at what Santorin did. He skipped.
Bjergsen backing right now because Destiny is available. That ever-pressing threat from them. Blast cone over the wall for Santorin to get through. A double stun on 2. Lost is marked low once again. The worked round right below. Should be another hit. The bailout is here only temporarily. Han Sama picks up the kill. He wants to do anything about this. Whippo's made his rotation through as well. And the majority of IMT, except for Lost, are here. Boomerang onto Whippo, got some more work around, flashes forward, stun onto Kenby, and he goes down. Ignore from the opposite side, but they can't answer back. They lose their jungler.
Was very much thinking that he was going to be able to kill Kenby there. But yeah, it was like within a couple of seconds of the cooldown being able to use it again. So narrowly missed kill there. There's that Olaf.
Meanwhile, ult activated from Whippo. Doesn't matter that the rage comes on through for Gnar. He goes down, whimpering. To target this dragon first of the game.
Yeah. So this would be the only concern if you're Team Liquid is that the first dragon lead in Twisted Fate enough to snowball this lead, or you're going to allow Power People to keep getting items and eventually win. But
once
in the meantime,
gun hits on Lost, bailout can't cut it. Team Liquid, take him down.
Disproven this game. What has been proven is that Kalista Renata loses to able to get close with Ghost. Then once he lands an axe, he'll be able to slow them much more with the active, and they're going for more. He does have flash, but he's rooted a lot.
They got 2 here. Revenge, he's lone. Wants to use the flash, saying, hey, I've got a tier 2. Can I get there? Can I get there? I cannot.
Oh, watch this too. Renata might be in trouble.
Ignar sandwich between Santorin, who keeps his eyes on Power of Evil, cycloning around. Hansama is here for the assistance as well. Kill credit going to Hansama himself. The Berserker is not enough from Ignar to save his life.
7-0. So the snowball seems to be online. Able to get kills frequently, but all right, second turret down, 6,500 gold lead. This is something I want to be able to track since we have seen so many games go towards scaling.
For Team Liquid, even though they have 7 kills right now, we have seen some games turn by a single fight if you can last that long. So Immortals potentially looking for that opportunity to do so, but getting collapsed upon because there's a teleport right behind them. They have their own teleport coming through as well. But Whippo, he's so fast. He's slamming through. He got the vicious strikes. He got everything going for him. He even gets the flash out of him beforehand. Here's a Fate's Call from Lost. Throws out Ignar. No knock-up follow-up, though, here. Whippo, he's going to keep slamming away. Even with the Aqua Prison right below Revenge's feet. That's enough to kill them. They've got 3 down on Immortals' side. And Team Liquid, they want more. Power of Evil on the retreat. The flash over the wall from Bjergsen into stasis. He goes. Wants to get the handshaking. Gnar is going for it. With the wave right off the back end. Power of Evil. He falls. Ignar, the only one alive from Immortal's side.
That is how you do it. Just a freight train. That's what Whippo became when he teleported in there, and they still had the second Rift Herald, so not only can they break the mid-outer, they can break the mid-secondary as well. This is a slaughter.
8.5K now in that gold lead. Second dragon falling in Team Liquid's favor.
Watch this one more time. You can see Lost trying to play a little aggressive. This is one thing Kalista tries to do is, unlike other AD carries, tries to make plays in the side lane, but they push up a little bit too far. Whippo teleports between lanes and they clean up, but we have more action already.
Whippo still flash, Whippo still goes for it, Kenby still goes down. Immortals have the majority of their team.
He basically got into Los Angeles yesterday. Yeah, so they really have not had time to practice as a team, and they're coming up against a Team Liquid team who's now doing Baron. Gonna pause for a second on this story.
They're burning it down, Calling coming out. Gnar takes most of it, but the bubble's enough to finish him off. Immortals can't contest.
Not a fair fight, is what I'm trying to say.
For Team Liquid side, this is what you want to see.
Yes.
11.1k FTX gold advantage and going against a team with roster. For Immortals, you want to take what you can from it, and if you can push forward and really show that Kenby is going to get used to the squad and they're going to work together.
With perfect game territory here for Team Liquid.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't have the official definition of if you need to be plateless, and really with the Korean boot camp, trying to start the season off in a big way, they're doing that right here.
See if they can make the play for it. Santorin into the back line once more. Power of Evil into stasis, and as soon as he comes up, that wave helps finish him off. Hansama picking up the kill onto one. Team Liquid pushing on through. Kenby and Lost. It's just them and Team Liquid looking strong. That means they can target this inhibitor. They've got a little bit of a wave with them with plenty of teammates to boot. The entire 5-stack still alive and at it. How many Qs can you throw off before you throw in the towel alongside those rocks? Can be Immortals Nexus now targeted. Team Liquid making a statement at the start of their summer split.
A perfect start.
Nexing towards that late game. Sejuani making some appearances over on the top side thus far across multiple regions, but it's Yone.
Nearby ally champion after a 2.5 second delay, as we have to watch this river fight.
Oh yeah, and River in the river. Boom flashes away. Luger on the opposite side, targeted by Neo, but goes in for the kill. The Abyssal Dive, Biofrost in range of Luger. Blue's making his way to the party with the Valkyrie. And Palafox all on the outskirts. Throws in his soldiers. First blood drawn by Blue here. Or Blue going down, rather. Luger very, very low in his own HP. Palafox with a double kill for CLG to start and wants to continue through. River, you're in trouble though. Triple kill.
Let's go. Different theories for this is bot prio into Drake stacking, especially when you have team comps like this who don't have a high amount of engage. You need your teams, especially if they group up for Seraphine W. You want to be able to cut that down. Grievous wounds also reduced in the durability update, but
and that big team fight later nullifies it all. While that was a strong advantage right at the stop, as we get some answers here. Gamsu backing off though, because Contracts is in the area, sends himself into the alcove, taking the long way around to get the thumb up, but has some kind of a distance maker, but only for so long. River has his rotation, but can't get here in time. They are fairly low. Ushers a flash away from Contracts. No flash on either of the top laners. So the Crescent Guard here coming in from River should be able to finish it off on to Big Dokes. Turned down small. Contracts goes back for it. Has Palafox here. They continue through, even using the ultimate just to make sure it goes through. Palafox still going to spend some more time over on that top side. Can't make it back to mid for the defense, so he can get the first turret down of the game in favor.
It's definitely good for a team like CLG, or if Dig was ahead. Like it's a Drake that is going to be playing into both team comps, because it's just like, I think in this game, first to Dragon Soul wins. Herald kind of unnecessary, but...
Which means that CLG can take the second Drake for themselves. Getting the Dragon advantage overall, not quite on Soul Point yet though, because of that early one that was snuck away from Dignitas.
So what you really want to do on Senna is find windows to follow your jungler in. So, because like, League of Legends is so unique. I've never seen these 5 champions against these 5 champions. But that's my theory.
Now we get some action. Knock up onto Contracts. Backs away. River had to use the Crescent Guard here. And the team's on the retreat, but Palafox had the angle and goes for it. Contracts with the kill credit onto Neo. The lockdown and the root to follow up from Biofrost, who had to eat River as well to throw him into safety.
They don't really lose that much health. Because of all the output that Seraphine has. It does mean it's technically stealable, but goodbye, River.
Yeah, they're already burning it down here. Dignitas, they won to contest, but CLG, they're back on it. Blue's rockets are pretty good, though. Goes in with the special delivery. But oh my goodness, Gamsu, you're just going to be retreating from
goodbye.
a Baron-empowered squad. CLG, they win the fight, they take the Baron, they move the pressure elsewhere.
Good. I approve.
Good.
I approve.
Good W smash.
W healing, good.
Like it.
3 Drakes,
Taken to
good.
the stage.
And Dig just can't fight. Like, they can land a Sejuani ultimate, but it's so telegraphed, and it gives so much time for CLG to just spam their shields with their double enchanter comp. Yeah, there's a little bit of heal cut. There's no shield cut on Indignitas's items, so CLG's really happy. And I mean, it's a big win for them, as we talked about Gage in the bottom lane. Like, I think I was just kind of him being bored. They really don't need to do anything until the next Hextech Drake spawns, but they do eventually. The Corki will try and AoE them if they stand too close together, but the Seraphine Karma also does great AoE shield, so I think it counters it. They're just going to start this dragon, and River's going to have to brute force his way in.
And even CLG, they don't want to overforce here because they already had Contracts and Dopla on to the Drake. Soul Retreat, send their laners away, and CLG stick to the Baron for a second take.
That's the sustain as well. They took a mini fight where both teams crap draft gap, but there was that 3-0 to keep in mind for Palafox early in the game.
Now, what happens if you have another way to get into the fight, especially if your enemy team is lacking? And that's something that you can look for in terms of an opening. But all the while, that's why all of these, I want to say fights, but they're kind of fights, are going this way.
Yeah, they can't really be fights.
They're not really, what would you call that? It's not even really a skirmish, it's just a little...
Ah, yeah.
Poke. We need a new name. Is that what this meta is bringing us? A new name for the type of engages? River and the team make their last stand, though. Dopla again sends his way back, a route onto Gamsu, and after the tether from the Karma, he does go down. Biofrost also marked below. You get the charm from the Seraphine ultimate. Biofrost getting the Devour here onto Neo, who tries to go back into Fountain, but he can't make it, even with the zip, but the Fountain laser, it's not enough. CLG finally getting a team fight in the end with the ace to have the first #1 spot in their first game here in summer.
And that is the best Bud Light ace CLG has had in over a year. So congratulations to CLG.